The woman clearly knew that the laboratory they were in was crawling with swarms of man-eating insects, but she never told her husband or her son. Instead, she secretly took an unrelated colleague and hid early inside a shelter. The reason she did this was simple. Her husband and his family had brought this fate upon themselves. In fact, the woman had been reborn. In her previous life, the swarm of flesh-eating bugs had suddenly stormed the lab, devouring every living thing in their path until not even bones were left behind. While they were escaping, she saw her son trip and fall. She reached out to help him, but in that instant, her scumbag husband struck her from behind, smashing her head. Only at the moment of death did she realize the horrifying truth. Her son's stumble had been staged. "Dad, did I act well?" the boy had said, because he wasn't her biological child at all. The cunning mistress was his real mother. The man had only married her for her father's research funding. Once she died, only then could the scumbag, his mistress, and their son truly live together as a family. Fortunately, fate gave the woman another chance at life. This time, she crossed paths with the scumbag husband and the cunning mistress again. In her past life, they had killed both her and her son. In this one, she longed for their quick death. But unless they helped her move a fallen tree blocking the way, she had no way to leave either. So she told them about the man-eating bugs outside and warned them not to wander. But they laughed at her, insisting she was joking. How could tiny insects possibly eat people? After all, they prided themselves on being insect experts. Scumbag and his family's luck held out. They not only came back alive, but even carried a strange, giant insect egg. Excited, they fantasized that if they could hatch it, their research would finally succeed. The woman, horrified, begged them to throw it away, warning that once it hatched, the swarm would descend and devour them all. But the scumbag's family refused to believe her. The mistress naively claimed the woman only said that out of jealousy, while the mother-in-law praised her future daughter-in-law. "Not only beautiful, but considerate too. Not like you, still just an assistant." The woman burned with rage. If she hadn't sacrificed her own research results to the scumbag, would she still be just an assistant? When she exposed the scumbag's betrayal, he exploded with anger, swearing he would hatch the egg no matter what. Back at the office, the woman froze in terror at the sight of a large electric fan. In her past life, Mr. Hong had been the first to die, injured by a blade flying off that very fan, leaving him unable to escape when the bugs came. This time, she warned Xiaoji to be careful. He laughed it off, insisting the fan was safe. Even Director Liu reassured her that it was brand new. But just 2 steps later, the fan began sparking. Luckily, the woman yanked Xiaoji aside in time. Shaken, he finally believed she wasn't joking. Still, the woman grew more nervous. One by one, events from her past life were repeating, which meant the swarm was getting closer. She begged Director Liu for the keys to the shelter beside the lab so she could prepare it in advance, lining it with wormwood and insecticide. After finishing all the preparations, she suddenly discovered that the scumbag and his foolish family were using a heat lamp to speed up the hatching of the egg. She rushed in, smashed the lamp to the ground, and tried to stop them. Furious, the scumbag shouted that he would divorce her as soon as they got home. The woman sneered and revealed everything. How he and the mistress had plotted with the son, how they had murdered her in her previous life. The family no longer even bothered to pretend. The mother-in-law openly declared that the mistress was the only true daughter-in-law she wanted, while the son cheered that at last he could be with his real parents openly, truly, like mother, like son. At that moment, the egg cracked open. The scumbag was thrilled.